A unique species called the hippopotamus rises from the depths of African rivers. Hippopotamuses are socially sophisticated animals with remarkable adaptations and fascinating behaviors, despite their common misconception as violent brutes. Come along as we explore the mysteries surrounding these aquatic behemoths. This is the tale of the hippopotamus. The huge semi-aquatic mammal Hippopotamus amphibius is endemic to sub-Saharan Africa. It is also known by the names common, Nile, and river hippopotamus. In the family Hippopotamidae, it is one of just 2 living species. The other is the pygmy hippopotamus. After white rhinoceroses and elephants, hippos are the 3rd biggest terrestrial animal on the planet. Weight limits for males and females are 3,200 kilograms, 7,050 pounds, and 1,500 kilograms, 3,300 pounds, respectively. Their head is huge, their legs are small, and their body is barrel-shaped. Their underparts are pink, and their skin appears gray-brown with little to no hair. It offers defense from the sun and insect attacks, and can grow up to 5 centimeters, 2 inches, dense on the flanks. Their massive skull has strong jaws and gigantic canine teeth that may reach lengths of up to 20 inches, or 50 centimeters. These teeth are employed in combat, tree bark removal, and algae removal from rocks. They can see, hear, and smell even when the majority of their body is immersed in water because their eyes, ears, and nose are elevated on their heads. Males use their small, pointy tail to disseminate and hurl their excrement to identify their territory. Being semi-aquatic creatures, hippos mostly inhabit freshwater rivers, lakes, and wetlands for their daily needs. They have a 5-minute underwater breath hold time and are proficient swimmers. In fact, hippos may spend up to half an hour walking underwater. Grass, sedges, and other water plants make up the majority of their food. They have a daily eating capacity of up to 50 kilograms, 110 pounds. Hippos dwell in pods, which can contain up to 30 animals. The dominant male in these groupings is in charge. Because they are territorial creatures, hippos will protect their area from crocodiles and other hippos. They are among the most deadly creatures in Africa and are thought to be the cause of hundreds of fatalities annually. Calves born to hippos can swim minutes after birth, and they give birth underwater. They usually only give birth to 1 calf at a time, and their gestation period lasts for around 8 months. For up to a year, moms breastfeed their calves underwater. In order to shield their skin from the sun, hippos sweat a crimson, greasy material. Although this material is occasionally referred to as blood sweat, it is not blood. It functions as an all-natural antibiotic and sunblock. Hippos possess enormous incisors that can reach lengths of up to 50 centimeters, 20 inches. These incisors are employed in combat and in the removal of algae from rocks. Fortunately, they grind against one another to maintain their manageability. Despite the filthy conditions and moisture, hippos are able to mentally map their intricate canals and find their way around. Hippos' gigantic canine teeth, which may reach lengths of up to 50 centimeters, are visible when their mouths open an astonishing 180 degrees. About 50 kilograms of grass and aquatic vegetation are consumed by them during their 8 hours of nightly grazing. Hippomidans are grouped on mounds where they recognize and mark their authority over one another. The feces of hippos are an excellent source of manure that enhances the surrounding ecosystem and draws in other creatures. Broad, bare-toothed yawns indicate hostility rather than tiredness. Hippos often express their yawning as a danger by lunging and thrashing their heads. In order to interact with one another underwater, Hippos use a mixture of grunts, bellows, and clicks that together constitute a distinct hippo language. Situated in West Africa, the pygmy hippopotamus is a shorter and entirely separate species. Not only do they use mud to cool off, but they also use it to shield their bodies from insects and sunlight. Mala hippos engage in head-to-head fights for supremacy, which result in deafening thumps that may be heard for miles. Hippos, more so than any other land mammal, have more recent relatives with whales and dolphins despite their terrestrial lifestyle. Hippos are able to outrun people with ease, even though it may not seem like it. They can move very quickly while underwater. Hippos were revered as fertility and maternal goddesses in ancient Egypt. Because of their fierce attitude and large teeth, hippos are regarded as among the most deadly creatures in Africa, even though they eat only plants. Their habitats in wetland areas are becoming smaller because of changes in the climate and human interference, which is a serious danger to their numbers. In addition, their flesh and teeth are occasionally stolen. The IUCN has classified hippos as vulnerable because of the destruction of habitat and poaching. By conserving habitat, launching anti-poaching campaigns, and educating the public, organizations like the World Wildlife Fund and International Union for Conservation of Nature are attempting to safeguard hippos.